From the Weather NorCal Command Center, this is your Eastern Mountains Neighborhood Forecast.
Well, good morning and welcome to Weather NorCal. And you saw that intro, it says your Eastern Mountains Neighborhood Forecast. And many of you might be asking what that means. What is a neighborhood forecast? Well, my name is Mike Kruger and I have been a forecaster in this area, meteorologist in this area for over 24 years. And one of the things that I've noticed in local coverage for weather for Northern California is the main attention is on the valley, which is to be expected. That's where the highest population is. But there's just not enough focus and attention on a lot of the outlying communities. So what I've done is I've taken Northern California and I've split it up into 6 different regions. And one of those is the Eastern Mountains. So let's take a look at your forecast, your neighborhood forecast for the Eastern Mountains. All right, so here's the deal. All right, so we have an unsettled weather pattern through midweek. We've been dealing with thunderstorms last week, this weekend, and we'll be dealing with them again at least to start off this work week. But we do have a warming trend this week. In fact, highs could be close to 100 degrees for some of us as we go into the weekend in particular. So here's a look at your hour-by-hour forecast, and you can see the chances for thunderstorms, mainly in Susanville and Boerne, but I think Paradise should remain dry with mostly sunny skies and a high of about 80 degrees. So let's take a look at the overall pattern, the setup, right? So we've got the thunderstorms that we saw yesterday, especially up to our north. I didn't see a lot of activity, but there certainly were a few lightning strikes in the extreme northern portions of the Eastern Mountain neighborhood, right? So we take a look at the overall setup. Now, this is the pattern we've been dealing with even since last week. We've had a broad trough of low pressure in place. A couple of things with that. Number one, it allows cooler air to move in, and that's what's kept our temperatures fairly mild for this time of the year. But it also destabilizes the atmosphere. And what I mean by that is one of the triggers for the thunderstorms that we've seen. But of course, one of the other triggers is the fact that we've seen the daytime heating, and that allows for those thunderstorms to develop as well. So we look at Futurecast, and this is going to take a look at the Eastern Mountains and just give you an idea where the Eastern Mountains incorporates its Lassen, Plumas counties, and eastern Shasta County, the mountains, right? The mountains of eastern Tehama County and the mountains of eastern Butte County as well. So it includes Paradise, Chester, Bieber, for example. All right, so let's take a look at Futurecast here for today. There's 2 o'clock this afternoon. There are those thunderstorms developing. Now, notice Paradise, I think it'll be dry, but Boerne, northeastward, could be looking at a chance for showers and thunderstorms. That's the case through 5 o'clock this evening. And then we go to about 10 o'clock tonight, still a few lingering showers and maybe even an isolated thunderstorm. We see it all over again tomorrow. Here's tomorrow morning, setting the stage up for sunny skies and the daytime heating that rises, and then we see those thunderstorms begin to pop up. And there it is, Tuesday, 2 p.m. We take you to Tuesday at about 5 p.m. Still some of the showers and thunderstorms out there, and it'll probably linger on even into Tuesday evening. Then on Wednesday, this is where things get a little bit more interesting because, yes, there still is going to be a chance, even Wednesday afternoon and evening, for thunderstorms before we entirely dry things out by Thursday, right? Is now we're seeing even the spine of the Sierras, you'll notice, not seeing any thunderstorms on Thursday. Now, when we go into Friday, through the weekend, early next week, we're not going to be talking a whole lot about thunderstorms anymore. The main story as we go into next week is going to be talking about warmer weather in the forecast. There's Monday of next week. There's Tuesday of next week. We're still looking at dry conditions. So again, that focus will be on the heat. You can see July 2nd through July 6th looking at above normal temperatures. So let's take a look at our forecast for today. Not above normal today, still looking at those mild temperatures. Temperatures mainly in the 70s, Paynes Creek about 82, but you'll notice Shingletown and Paynes Creek looking at dry conditions, but to the north and east of that, we've got the chance for showers and thunderstorms. There's a look at Lake Almanor area, and we're looking at chances for thunderstorms for Chester, Westwood, for example. But Mineral, Paradise, most likely dry, not to mention Quincy, Kronberg, and even Portola. But to the north and east of that, I think we can see some showers and thunderstorms. So let's take a look at your 7-day forecast for Susanville. Isolated showers and thunderstorms today and tomorrow that will probably even linger into Wednesday. But by Thursday, Friday, it dries out and it warms up. And this is what I was talking about, getting close to 100 degrees here over the weekend with the peak of that warming trend on Saturday.